Yo people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm not feeling very Christmassy at all. And that's because Manchester United have lost 2-0 against West Ham at the London Stadium. And I've got to say, that was a pathetic, spineless performance from Manchester United. And the only man that has to take the blame for that is Erik ten Hag. Now everybody knows I'm behind the manager. I want him to succeed. I want him to turn this around, start playing the football that we come to know Erik ten Hag for before he arrived at this club, and start moving Manchester United in the right direction like we did last season. But some of the mistakes that we're seeing, some of the team selection errors that we're seeing, what's that saying? Repeating the same mistakes is the definition of insanity. And Manchester United are insane on a weekly basis, and it comes from the manager. Now, I think a lot of this has been like a steady unraveling, a snowball effect, one problem after the other. It all builds up, the pressure builds up, you start making incorrect decisions. Eventually, you're in a position where United have 13 defeats before Christmas. That has not happened and is the club's worst record since 1930. 1930. That's what? 93, 94 years ago. This is the worst record since that time. Absolutely shocking from Manchester United. And you look at the first goal for Jarrod Bowen. Fantastic pass by Lucas Paqueta, by the way. But the goalkeeper's got to do better. He's got a touch on the ball. Take the man, take the ball, take everything out of the box. Why are you being so shy? Why are you sitting back? Why are you being so passive? Do something. Because if you do something, you close down the space and you clatter the man, take the ball. It was there to be won. It's never a goal. Somehow Jarrod Bowen got 2 bites at it. Somehow it was 1-0 to West Ham. And the second goal, it came from a Kobbie error. And I feel sorry for him. I'm hoping that error doesn't play in his mind and affects his next performances. Because that's what we seem to do to players. Players come in, they look good, and we drag them down to our level. We did it to Bruno Fernandes, we did it to Marcus Rashford, we do it to whoever else. Kobbie is one of the standouts for us. He cost us that second goal directly. His mistake led to that goal. It was a fantastic finish in the end, but his mistake led to that goal. Feel for him, because he's one of our best players. And to think, Willy Krambala today, who started, a young lad. Kobbie today, who started, besides that mistake, young lad. And then at the opposite end of the spectrum, Johnny Evans, who started today. 3 academy players, one of them about 38, the others are like 18, and they were our best players on the pitch. Meanwhile, there's some of them that play week in, week out, and they stink the place out on a weekly basis. Scott McTominay, number 39, how the hell is he in this team every week? And I know I'll get on his case and I speak about it a lot, but for me, it epitomises Manchester United problems. What are we doing in training? What are we trying to do in terms of football? Are we trying to play football? You know what tells me no? The decision to pick this guy every single week. What are we picking him for? People go physicality. Alright, he's a big lad. Sometimes he'll throw himself into a tackle. But physicality, he's weak into the tackle. He's weak into the challenge. He's slow and second to every ball. Yeah, he might be a big lad, but he's not physical where it matters. People say goals. Alright, if you want him to score a few goals, bring him off the bench and stick him up front or something. Because all he seems to do is get in the way of Rasmus Højlund, get in the way of Bruno Fernandes. We've now pushed Bruno Fernandes even deeper. And Bruno Fernandes was crap today. But he's got McTominay stood in front of him, in his position. Why? And why is it Marcus Rashford can get dropped? A man that scored 30 goals for us last season. He can get dropped for bad performances, and rightly so. But then this guy just gets to stink this place out every single week. I don't get it. I genuinely don't. Luke Shaw, you've got to be better as well. Everyone gets onto Rashford and Marshall and all these different players. Luke Shaw's been here for the same amount of time. He's been very good at times. He's also been very bad at times. We need some consistency and we need you to step up. Like, I genuinely don't know what's going on. I don't. More illness, more injuries today. Varane's out. All right, cool. But we've got to be doing better. If you can hear that ambulance, it's for me because I'm going to have a heart attack in a minute. It's got to be better, man. And it's just depressing. You decide to play Kobbie, so you bring him into the team. You bring him into the team next to McTominay, who's hiding behind people. And Bruno, who's been played stuck back and stuck out of position. So much so that anytime he gets near the goal, he's frustrated and decides to spam it. Anthony, he was our best player today, created 2 chances for Garnacho, which he should have done better with. But the guy's useless. Less attacking threat than me, and I'm sat at home. Garnacho, got to do better. I love Garnacho. This isn't me getting on his case here. You got to do better with those chances though. And also, could we play him on the right? Could we maybe play Rashford on the left? Should Rashford not be in this team? Why is Rashford being left out now for Garnacho, who misses so many chances and creates nothing for no one? It's baffling to me. Our top goal scorer is there on the bench. And then Rasmus Højlund, we pull him off after 55 minutes. What? How is he supposed to score goals when these are the team and these are the players that were playing behind him? It makes no sense, man. You got to feel for him. Poor fella. His supply is Anthony. Garnacho running into, being very greedy, running into alleys. You can afford that from one winger, but when it's both of them are just crap and not supplying anything, you got problems. And then McTominay, who can't pass win. This is your supply, and we're expecting him to score. I don't know, man. If I want the manager to be a success, I want him to be given time to be a success. I want him to be given chance to pull this through. But some of the decisions that I am seeing him make, if you keep making these decisions, you're not going to be around for much longer. Scott McTominay, every single week, the alarm bells are ringing. It's telling me, you're not trying to play football. You just kind of going with the flow. Oh, we scored a few goals, so I guess I got to keep him. Did you not see that week where he played 180 minutes and had 10 touches on the ball? Why is it everybody else can see these things apart from the manager who's picking it? What's happening on that training pitch? I'm done. I don't know, man. This season's a write-off. Season's a write-off. And I say give the manager some time because I don't think it can get any worse. And I'd like to see us try and get through this and try and see if there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But right now, I don't have any hope for that. I don't have any hope for that at all. It's just depressing, man. Absolutely depressing. And we seem to just self-harm on a weekly basis. Self-harm on a weekly basis. Oh yeah, we need control in midfield. We need presence in midfield. Let's start McTominay. Let's put Bruno out of position. Why? I knew it. We went to Anfield. We're forced into a midfield because Bruno. Simple. Amrabat Maino replace McTominay with Bruno, who's a better player in that position. But no. Take Amrabat out, push him back. Are we building a team around this guy? Anyway, Merry fucking Christmas.